It's either you're gonna repent or you're gonna perish. Thus said the Lord. Feel me?
Lots for my people. What? They have cast lots for my people.
That idol can do nothing for you. You'll cast that away right now, brother. Hey, and me and my brothers gonna rejoice, and the angels gonna rejoice.
Hey,
Keep the Sabbath day secret.
that they want to keep the Sabbath secret.
This is the book of
With shit. What? With shit. All this everything. With shit.
And I ain't into playing games about prophecy. It's surely gonna come to pass.
The Israelites are God's chosen people, right? And they are above all the other nations on earth.
Follow me, and I will make some mighty Hebrew kings. They had felonies. They used to call my brothers felons. Now they mighty priests. Esau humbled down and kissed his boot. Boy, get on your knees.
A great voice as of the trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega. I am Alpha and Omega.
Yahweh is the Alpha and the Omega. The first and the last. That's even us.
The first and the last.
The first and the last. So on this spirit day, we got to be on the side. How you doing today, brother? You believe in the brother? Oh, yeah, that's the brother from the lake, man. Yeah. So in the spirit, just be everywhere, man. From damn Lake Mary to damn the trolley show. To the trolley show that taking 39 hours to move, man. Right? So give me the book of, bring this out for me. I'll get the book of Joshua. Yeah, come on. Pretend like the brother Gab was going to. Here we are, literally, a woman asking, hey, who is our Lord? Hey, the Lord is the God of God, the Lord and the King of Kings. And he's the ultimate power in this world, man. He controls everything. The Edomites walking up and down. The Moabites, he controls death, life, and everything, man. But give me this. Joshua chapter 2 and verse 11. Let's see how the heathen even felt about the Lord.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 2 and verse 11.
How you doing today, brother? We reading the Bible. All praise to the Most High, brother. So what we doing is, we just coming out here and teaching our people who they are according to the Bible. That's right. You believe in the Bible? I don't know what your beliefs is. Just ask me. How you doing today, brother? Come on, just in the time with our other. What's your name, brother? Silas. What's your name, brother? Josh and Silas, man. We got two of our mighty brothers, man. Right? So, what we out here doing, so I got a question for you, but do you believe like the Bible? You got beliefs of the Bible, or some things maybe kind of shaky? What you think? You don't really know? It's just a question. I don't want to, we're just having a dialogue, that's all. What would you say that's, what percentage would you say that's accurate? Like, what's the book that you say is accurate to the Bible? Because you said some of it's accurate, some of it's like it's kind of written. Yeah. Okay. We can deal with it, right? So, would you say that's your stand, or you believe everything? You believe everything the Bible says?
Yeah, I feel like some things are up to your own interpretation, but...
Okay. So, when we read the Bible, we got to understand that these men who wrote the Bible, they are holy men chosen of God. It's not just me or I didn't just come with the brothers and just compile the books. Give me the book of Judah, chapter 1 and verse so-and-so. No, I'm making an example of we not the brothers who literally making the Bible. These men was ordained of the Most High God. So let's get that. Give me the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. Give me the book of 2nd Esdras, right? Chapter 14 and go to verse number 39, right? Because these things that's written, they were written by holy and chosen men. It wasn't just anybody. Read this out.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy.
This is the Spirit Peter saying we have a more sure spirit of prophecy. Now, I'm just laying a foundation because, like y'all said, some may be real, some may be fabricated. So we're going to try to get to the bottom, right?
Whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
See, when we get a sense of, we think people are interpreting it wrong. But when you go, give me the book of Ezra, chapter 8 and verse number 8. when you go into it, you gotta understand that everybody wasn't meant to understand the Bible. Like sometimes you gotta get it expounded. Like you could, like, give me Acts chapter. Like I got a lot of precepts. Give me Acts chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse number 16. But I want to just show brothers like that. God is literally having men ordained to set these things up. Now, before we go there, let's finish that out in Peter.
Continuing on. Right. Well, the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men.
Holy men, he had to make it differentiate between holy men and just regular men. Right? So, give me Ezra chapter 8 and verse 8.
This is the book of
Ezra.
But holy men of God spake as they were
One more time.
But holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
See that? So it was holy, chosen, set apart men who spake as they was chosen by the words of God. So give me the book of Ezra, chapter 8, verse 8. All right, can you give me Ezra 8 and 8, Bible Chuck?
I got it right here. All right, come. It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 8. So that they read in the book and the law of God distinctly and gave the sense.
So he said they read in the, now this is Nehemiah, a priest. He said they read in the book of God and did what?
And gave the sense.
And did what?
And gave the sense.
Here it is, he reading it, but you gotta give the sense because everybody can't understand it. This is it's literally, give me Jeremiah 3 and 15. Now we just trying to, I'm not trying to barricade y'all, but we gotta set the foundation because for us to say that some of it's real and some of it's fake, well, how do we know what's real and what's not fake? So bring this out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, brother. So God said he was going to have certain men who was going to be able to feed you with knowledge and understanding. When you go to Nehemiah, he was one of those men who was going to be able to feed you and give the sense of that knowledge and understanding on the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Right. So, and I had also 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse number 40. Right. I want to get this real quick. Now, I don't want to overstuff, brothers, but I got to set that foundation because you got to know what's right from wrong. Right?
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 40. And I took it and drank, and when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast. Verse 38. And the next day, behold.
So this is Ezra, and he had a vision, and the Lord told him to choose certain men who was going to be able to get the Bible and interpret it in the right sense, right, and break it down.
Behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as if it were water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank, and when I had drank of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast.
Now this is when Ezra, the Lord came and so with him and gave him that understanding to be able to come and teach them. I keep going on this out.
For my spirit strengthened my memory, and my mouth was open and shut no more. The highest gave understanding.
One more time.
The highest gave understanding.
It wasn't just man. It said the Most High, the highest, meaning the Most High God gave him the understanding.
Unto 5 men.
Unto how many men?
Unto 5 men.
But some of the Bible may be fake.
Unto 5 men.
It's always choosing certain men who's going to be able to break it down.
And they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told.
That was what?
That were told.
It wasn't just like somebody just picked up a book and just write this in the book today. Then I'm going to write this one in there. So does that make sense, brothers? It's not, this Bible was not written and interpreted in a way that the world wants us to think. Because when we go through the Bible and the different Bible verses, it lets us know that it was holy men, chosen and ordained by God. Because y'all think the Most High God going to come off his throne and come talk to us? Y'all, I mean, yes, we are chosen special people, but why would God get off his throne? And when you go to the book of Psalms, it said, even the earth can't even contain the Lord. It's his footstool.
Teach our.
The Most High God. So why would he come in here and teach us verbatim? He uses the Lord words with logic. He deals with men. He's going to come in and have the man and give them the vision and understanding to break it down to us. Lord willing, that makes sense, right? Let's finish this out. Then we're going to get into time. I don't want to hold y'all time. I know y'all probably got stuff to do.
Which they knew not. And they sat 40 days. And they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread. As for me, I speak in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. In 40 days they wrote 204 books.
But that's the end of that. They literally wrote these different books that was going to be given to our people in today's time. What? So it was holy men. We gotta be mindful. It wasn't just niggas. We gotta say that for context. It wasn't just the white man. The white man who run this show? The Lord runs the show. The so-called white man doesn't run the show. The so-called Chinese man and all these other nations doesn't run the show. It's the Most High God through the hands of Yahweh Shah, or who the word called Jesus Christ. So with all that being said, these things that we can prove to y'all is written by our forefather, because this collection of books is for us. This is our history, man. This ain't so-called black history, though. This is our history, man. So I want to show y'all who we are according to the Bible. I don't want to think, I know you like you kind of got to go, brother, but I just want to show you real quick, brother. So are you guys, I know, have y'all read the Bible? I know y'all kind of got a little bit, not to say y'all don't believe some of it, but have y'all actually read some of those things for yourself?
I started reading it pretty, I'm trying to read it front to back.
Okay.
So I started in like February.
Okay, all praise, that's right. Okay, all praise. What about you, my brother? You started reading or a little bit, or what about you, sister? You reading the Bible? Okay, all praise. So, only reason I asked that, because like I said, we like to just add, we don't want it to just be, I'm forcing something out. It's a dialogue, we feel, right? So, it's a dialogue, we're trying to help build us up. So, when you read the Bible, and you understand who we are biblically, according to the Bible, God said that we are the Israelites. Have you ever heard of the Israelites? You ever heard of the Israelites? Sister, I got a question for you, sister. Have you ever heard of the Israelites? Okay, so who would y'all say the Israelites would be in today's society? What would you say, my brother? You look real knowledgeable. You retaining, ain't a wise man know what to speak, man. What says thou? Who would you say the Israelites are in today's society? The people that's what? That's surrounded? Oh, that's around you. Okay. That's right, brother. It is us, man. But we don't like to just come and force nothing. We like to prove it in the Bible. The Lord said in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, we have to prove all things. Because then I could just be like T.D. Jason and just close my Bible and speak. Have y'all noticed everything we said, where we come from? The Bible, we believe this Bible. That's right. We believe the words of the Lord. If any man speak, let us speak as the oracles of God. So that's what we're going to do. So give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Now, we're just going to try to show y'all how we know that we are those Israelites. We know who Moses was with in Egypt, right? He was with the Israelites. Moses set the Israelites free, right? Now, you had a mixed multitude around them, but the chosen people that was of God was the Israelites. Now, God left. I'm just going to make it plain. So when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, God left blessings. He said it was going to be certain blessings placed upon his chosen people. But it's always a reverse side. Y'all got children? If you have your children do chores, and if they don't do it, and it's a consequence. If you tell them watch them dishes and they're not done by the time you come home, there's going to be a consequence. Whatever it may be. It could be a whip, it could be no money game, whatever it may be. That's the same way God is. He chose us to be a special and set apart people. He made his covenant with us. Thus for he said, hey, keep these commandments and y'all are going to be blessed above everybody. But if you don't, you're going to have curses placed upon you. That's right. So the way that we will identify who we are according to the Bible is going to be ultimately by these curses. Because these curses are not going to, everybody is not going to be able to fit and say, you know what, that do sound like me. That happened to our people. So we're going to try to show y'all some things. Now, we're going to get Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 to show the blessing that was going to come from that, right?
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken.
Hearken means to listen. Or I want to look it up, it literally just means the root word hear or to hearken or to listen.
Diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
I didn't say that. We just read out the Bible. So he said, if y'all do listen and keep my laws, statutes, commandments, then y'all gonna be blessed above all the people on the earth. Right. Like we said, that's like the money that you would have got for doing that chore. So if the consequence for not doing it is gonna be
Verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
the opposite of getting that blessing and being above everybody, he said he was going to have curses placed upon you. Obviously, that's not a good thing. Have y'all ever heard a curse being a good thing? Have you, my brother? Have you ever heard a curse being associated with a good thing, primarily? Now, you may have heard it in certain terms, but me, anytime I ever heard curse, I think of negative, darkness, evil, right? So, would y'all say something other than that? Would you say that, my brother?
Back then, Adam and Eve was cursed because of
Right, right. For eating of the so-called fruit, right?
Is that what he's talking about?
Say it again.
Is that what he's talking about?
Say, what you mean?
Well, they were cursed because they didn't follow.
Yeah, because remember, we read the blessing. Now, we read Deuteronomy 28:1. Remember, the blessing was if they was to listen to keep the laws and commandments, they'd be blessed above everybody.
This is what they're talking about. So cursed is significant. This doesn't go back to Adam and Eve.
Oh, yeah, kind of. No, so this is speaking on the lineage of Adam and Eve, right? So this, Adam and Eve was Genesis chapter 2 and 3. You all right? So, I mean, 3 and 2, but 2 and 3, but nevertheless, when you go into Deuteronomy, this is the Israelites now. So it's jumping straight to the Israelites.
I mean, it's the same. I don't know if this is just clear cut on my end, but it's the same kind of perspective, right? Like you don't follow these.
Well, yeah, because I mean, in a sense, if they did eat of the fruit of the other nation, I mean, or let's just keep it in what the Bible so-called say. If they didn't eat that the fruit of that tree, then they would have been blessed. They would have lived forever. But on the fact that they didn't, that's what came those curses to the ground. A woman in concession, giving birth, that's where a person come in at. So I would say you can relate it in a sense. Because us being the Israelites, we were chosen. Or say it again. Okay, yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah, when you go into many precepts, you can go into that. Yeah, right. Because when you go into fruit, it could be your ways, your actions. That's why the Lord said you're gonna eat of the fruit of your doings. But we ain't gonna go too deep on that, right? We wanna keep it for everybody to understand. Right. But nevertheless, when you go into it, it is that. But when you can relate that to this, you know, because the Israelites were chosen, got the covenant, and they blessed, they positive would have been, hey, keep the commandments, you love everybody. If they curse or that opposite of that was don't keep them and have curses placed on you. And now he literally named curses about 52 curses that you can read to identify who those Israelites will be today. So we're gonna read some of these curses because we're gonna find out today, Lord willing, who the Israelites are, family. Right? So let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Right? So one of the curses was, cursed shall you be in the city. Now remember, he's speaking to them as a whole collective. So if we was to speak in today's society, what nation of people as a whole are cursed in whatever city you go in? Whether it's, San Francisco, whether it's damn Antioch, Pittsburgh, what nation of people as a whole, collective, not just one here, and 35 there, and 20 here, what nation would y'all say is cursed wherever they go?
I'd say from the whole Western society with the United States.
Right.
Sure.
So I'm saying, like, geographically speaking, as a people as a whole, if you had to choose, like, okay, which people is out of this country, out of this colony, ethnic-wise, race-wise, however you want to look at it, what people fits that condition? Let's be honest, family. We ain't forcing none upon nobody. We asking the question. Because me, last time I checked, the only people who are in the ghettos, in the slums, is our people, man. Now, I'm speaking as a whole. I don't see the white man there just, how y'all doing today, and no, that's our people. We the ones who say, well, it's a curse, I think it's a penalty of choice. Well, you can say it was cursed, but when you read it, it wasn't supposed to be like that. That's right. Because remember, when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, we're supposed to live. That's right. And we only read one of them. And when you read 1 through 14, you will read the blessings that God bestowed upon us. If we're supposed to keep the commandments. And best believe, living in the ghettos and the slums was not one of them, brother. That's why he put that in the curse.
Yeah, there is no other
So
power.
that's what we gotta come with. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, that's not something that's a choice. It was a choice because remember, if you was to keep the commandments of God, you wouldn't even have to be cursed. But on the fact that we didn't keep them, yes, now we did get the curse. So you can say it is, in a sense, a choice, right? But it was set in the foundation of the earth, a blessing and curse. Choose ye this day which one you serve. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 30, and verse 9 on down, the Lord had to tell us again, hey, choose ye this day, blessings or curses, life or death. So you can say, in a sense, it is a so-called a choice, right? But nevertheless, we can't get around the fact that this is still happening to our people from that poor decision of not keeping God's commandments. It all stem from not keeping God's commandments, brother. Right? So let's keep going on that argument.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
When you go into the field, now when you go into precept, it says the field is the world. So when you look at it as a whole, what people would you say was cursed in the field? Slave field, picking cotton, tobacco, right? All these different crops. right? What nation of people was doing it? I never seen the so-called Chinese man going and picking cotton, right? I never seen the so-called, I mean, we all around the same age, brother. As a whole collective, like how we was. Be honest, my brother. What nation we mean? The white man? You said the white? I can't hear you.
But they did it for themselves.
Servitude, yeah. It's indentured servitude. Yeah, but we talking about forcefully. So forcefully having to do these things. Yeah, you said what? Yeah, see that? Channel slavery, man. Channel slavery, man. See that? So nevertheless, the so-called white man, he put himself in industrial slavery. You know what? I'm gonna work for this money, man. Hey, we weren't getting no funds from it, brother. It was literally all for they gain, right? And there's a couple more curses that help solidify that, right? So let's get Deuteronomy. But did that make sense, family? But like you said, we're not forcing none upon nobody. We're just reading it how it is, right? Yeah, bring that up.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Another curse that was placed upon the Israelites. He said, so that the man that is tender.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Now, when you look at that, what do that sound like? If y'all was to relate that, now remember, we speaking on today's terms. What does it? Let's read it one more time from the top part.
So that the man that is tender among you
So that the man that is tender among you,
and very delicate,
very delicate.
his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with the Bible, but literally, we was literally a loving people. We loved each other, right? We literally let each other in our homes, right? We shared crops amongst each other. We was a loving people. But God said, now, he said, you're going to have an evil eye towards your brother. What does that sound like, my family? You said what?
I guess you could say judgment, but it's to envy.
Yeah, that's right, brother. It is. And what people in this world envies each other the most out of all the people you see in this world? What nation of people envies each other just for no reason? Just you walk past them and just all hell. What nation of people would you say, my brother? What people just hate and envy each other and just mug and drive-bys on each other and doing killings to each other for no reason? Because that's a hatred and an evil eye towards each other. I don't see, last time I checked, I don't see two so-called white men walking past each other, bump each other, and getting a whole fist fight for that. I don't see the so-called other nations doing that. I see that with our people, right? Hey, my brother, who would you say are the ones doing the drive-bys on each other? Gang banging, right? So-called color banging, man. Set tripping. That's our people, man. You said what? Beefing over blocks that they don't own, that they pay no mortgage on. Right. They not making no money on for real. These are the things that's placed upon our people, man. That's right. And that's why how we know that these things that we're reading,
Retaliation.
as far as like certain circumstances, or like how they
might have a certain way or certain function of living that bring about certain type of things.
Okay.
It should or shouldn't be.
Would you say like being let's say living in a poverty, low estate, saying not having it monetarily, right? Spiritually, just brain having to work for that. Would you say all of that have an effect on that? Not going up.
Someone to retaliate in the manner that they retaliate in.
So like drive. So we were speaking on drive. How would you relate that with drive?
Someone started something that you went trying to do.
But last time I checked, literally those things happen for no reason sometimes. Like that's why I brought up the fact of me just walking past my brother who I don't know, so-called out of the heat, and now we just bump each other and we literally just fight. Well, no, because it was already something that was prior intention. Like maybe the United States wanted their oil, or they gold, or they poppy seeds. So now they're gonna start a fake conflict and make it. But these things that happen amongst us, they just be random. So that's what we're trying to show you, brother. It's literally random acts that we just walk in the park. But remember, the Lord put that in our spirit because we didn't keep His commandments. And all four of the spirit that the Lord had dwelt on. The Lord put us in this situation due to the fact that we was not keeping His commandments, brother. So now we're gonna have that evil eye because in the beginning we didn't. We never had the evil eye in the beginning. That's why I was asking, like, what's your brother's foreknowledge of the Bible? That's what we're trying to show you, brother. Right? So I'm gonna give me the book of Judges, right? Chapter the last chapter. And give me verse number 15, right? Judges chapter 23 and start at verse number. I want to start when they was fighting, man. So like, give me the book of Judges chapter 21 and verse number
2, I believe. That's right.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 21 and verse 2.
This is another conflict between the Israelites having equal opportunity and letting each one of them over each other, right?
And the people came to the house of God and abode there till the evening before God and lifted up their voices and wept sore.
Right, keep going. I'm gonna get right to the point, right? Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, Judges chapter. I just want to get this one precept for you, brothers, real quick. Yeah, come on, right here. Real quick, brother, before you go, let's get this one verse for you, brother. Start at verse 18.
And the children of Israel arose and went up to the house of God and asked counsel of God and said, which of us shall go up first to battle against the children of Benjamin?
Hold on, one more time.
Which of us shall go up first to battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall go first.
Now, this is literally beefing between
The tribes. The same thing that curse that was placed upon us in the book of Deuteronomy. Now, when you go into Judges, this is after that. That curse that the Lord said he was going to be placed upon us. You got Deuteronomy and then you go into Judges. Now, right after that, literally, you got two tribes literally beefing over having a so-called family feud, man, fighting each other. Because remember, that happened because God ordained it. The brotherly love wasn't there on the fact that, now, it was many things that contributed to that, right? But nevertheless, I'm just trying to show you an example of how that's still related to us, brother. Literally two different tribes, really all of them, but nevertheless was going back to back against each other one-on-ones, man. Right? So let's go back to that Deuteronomy 20, if that makes sense to you. But I know you gotta go, but you know, all these things that we trying to correlate is that we would be these Israelites, right? In all these different ways, and these how we fail for being a people because we did not keep God's commandments, bro. Right? Keep going.
Verse 54, we'll read it from the top again. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
Even towards our wife. Now, we can say a lot of nations still fight, they beat their wives. That, you know, that may be a common thing, but it's projected we the ones who advertise it, right? Talking about toxic relationships, right? We literally boast about it in songs, man. Keep going.
That evil eye can go to where we don't even want to deal with our women.
Yeah.
We going outside of our nation.
Like the brother said, the evil eye could be literally you not wanting to have a so-called black woman. You're gonna go get the white woman. What do all the NBA players and the football players gonna do? They don't even deal with their woman. They gonna be straight a white woman. Why? Because they think she's easier to deal with. The whole time she a devil, man. Right?
And toward the remnant of his children, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
That's happening too. That just happened to everybody. Can I ask you a question? Did you grow with your father in your life? Except for some of your time. What about you, my brother? Did you grow with your both parents in the house? So a lot of us can't relate to that. Most of us, we didn't know our fathers, man. We kind of met them later. No, I met my father a little later, man. Why? Because of the fact that these curses, brother. Last time I said the so-called Chinese man got his mother and father. White man as well. Not always. You said what?
They got grandparents too.
Yeah, you see that? They can literally go into this, but we damn single. Hey, now we got our rappers talking about some be an independent bad bitch. Little Webby, what's that song? Independent chick, man. We boasting on these things, but that's our people, brother.
And the white people don't make songs like
You
that.
ain't never finna hear no so-called white woman.
Where's the white version of WAP?
You'll never hear the white woman boasting on being independent because that's an unjust balance in the house, for real, for real. If you don't have your mother and the father, that's why these men be sodomites and fags. Why? Because too effeminate, man, being with their damn mama all the time. Crying and the mama, come here, baby. And he's 16. So that's the folly that goes on. But if your father was there, he'd chase. Get your ass up and stop crying, man. But that's the unjust balance, but that's what the Lord is referring to. That's going to our people, brother. As a whole, like I said, we got 4 brothers who can vouch for that right now, man. Alright, so that's what we're going to. Let's get through round 28 and 68 for the family, man. We don't want them to keep it here too long. We know they got to go.
Verse 68.
Brother, before you go, brother, let's read this last one, brother. You can't disprove this.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
We want our brother to hear this real quick, right? So when you read this, brother, this is one of the last curses that's in the Bible. Look what God said was going to happen to our people. And let's see who this fit, brother. Because remember, all these things, we trying to find out who they fit in today's society. Who are the Israelites? Because these curses are going to be identifying markers for the Israelites. Bring this out.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
When you go into Egypt, remember, the Israelites was in Egypt. They was literally slaves and bound. Let's get that Exodus in verse 2.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. Right. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
out of the house of bondage. Out of the house of bondage.
Now God said He's gonna bring them back into Egypt, but we know that it's synonymous for bondage. But we're gonna see the mode of interpretation that He said His people was gonna go in.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. What? With ships. On airplane. With ships.
God said that His chosen people was gonna go into slavery on slave ships. What did that happen to, family? You can't say that happened to everybody. So God is talking to us in our disobedience. We those Israelites, family. Now it's more than obviously we just plant the seed. No one brother water, but the Lord gonna get an increase. But nevertheless,
After seeing this, where should I go from here?
man, we got a flyer for you. It's a number on there. We got a YouTube as well.
From my own knowledge, like where should I go?
Right. Okay. So you got that flyer, right? Yeah. It's a YouTube on there, and it's a phone number on there. You can be able to get built up on the YouTube, or you can just call that number. You can call me directly, brother. And get built up with you.
That's right.
But brother, would you say that you would be an Israelite according to what we read, brother? Would you say that you would be an Israelite according to the things that we read? All praise to the Most High,
All
man.
praises.
We the Israelites according to the Bible, man. We got to keep God's commandments because that's how we fail from being a people. Eating the pork, God said, when you read the Bible in Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7 on down, God said the pig is an unclean thing. You shouldn't be eating. Hey, the pigs was literally the human garbage can. I mean, the garbage cans. And now we just eat them willingly. Chitlins, pig feet, the nose, the ribs. We don't got to eat that. We got clean animals that we can eat.
Facts.
When you read today, you know what today is? Today is the Sabbath day. You ever heard of the Sabbath day? What's the Sabbath day? What day?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but the Sabbath day is the seventh day of the week. Now, I know you got to go, so we kind of paraphrase it for you. When you read Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8 on down, God said today is the Sabbath day. On the seventh day of the week, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if you don't use the days, however you look at it, God said on that seventh day, it's going to be the Sabbath. And on that Sabbath, He said, in it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy sons, or anybody that's within thy house. He said you can't buy or sell on this day, according to Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. When you go to the book of Exodus chapter 35 and verse 3 on down, you don't put the kindle of fire. So I'm just giving you these different things. We don't put the kindle of fire on this day, man. And it's a holy convocation, man. We should be gathered together. You see all our brothers right here. We gathered together to come and teach our people according to the Lord, man.
That's right.
Right? We could be, and we all got families, man. We could be doing anything else, man. But we come out here for brothers like you, man, to come who want to understand who they are, man. Right? So, you got any questions, brother? Okay, what the Lord called us there, brother? Israelites, brother. All praises, man. All praises to the Most High. Right? God. Yeah. So all praise to the Most High. You know, some Jewites want to refute it. No, they haven't. I seen the so-called white man on ships. But brother, you gotta prove that, brother. What so-called white man was on the ship, man? Right? So let's go back to where we was at, Hakeem. We was on So all praise to the Most High. Let's go back to the Matthew chapter 24 and verse 26. I want to get Isaiah chapter 40. I wanted to get Salaki. I wanted to get Judges 2 and 11 first, right? Because like the brothers going into this, she asked, "Who is our God, man?" Hey, our God is the God of the earth, man. Right? The God of gods, man. Bring this out, huh?
This is the book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 11. Right? And the children of Israel.
Start at 10.
Verse 10. And also all that generation were gathered unto their father. Right. And there arose another generation after them. Right. Which knew not the Lord. Right. Nor yet works which he done for Israel. Right. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. Right. And served Baal.
What?
And served Baal.
And this is so-called harlot man telling them this, man. Right, yeah, man. As you say, these the different things that we was doing, but look what you finna say about the Lord our God, man.
Right. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, right, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, right, of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, right, and provoked the Lord to anger.
Yeah, what?
And provoked the Lord to anger. And they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Asherah. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, right? And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers.
The Lord did what to us because we wasn't hearkening to who we said?
And delivered them into the hands of spoilers. Of spoilers that spoiled them. Right? And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
Right, what verse you on? Go to verse number, start at verse number, Salakia. I want to go right, I went at 9 first.
Verse 9, and they buried him in the border of his inheritance in Tamath Peres, in the mount of Ephraim, on the north side of the hill of Galilee. And also all the generations were gathered unto their fathers. This is the same thing for where is that?
Oh, I went to 17, Slucky.
Verse 17, and yet they would not hearken unto their judges, but they went a-whoring after other gods, and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked on. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in.
That's our problem, man. What our people do, literally, turn out the way of the path of our fathers, man. And wanted to walk into serving the other idols and the gods, man. Keep going up.
Obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so.
But they did what?
But they did not so.
People did not so, kept the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You be Psalm chapter 96. This is the 96th Psalm, verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols. One more time.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
The gods of the nations, they literally idols, man.
That's right.
They're not a damn Allah and a damn Buddha, right? And damn these cobblestones, man. They all false idols. They don't eat or sleep or breathe. Hey, keep going on this side. But the Lord made the heavens. One more time. But the Lord made the heavens. Oh, but the other idols made it. But the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. One more time.
Honor and majesty are before him.
Folly, vanity, and foolishness. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. And they all in his sanctuary, man. And brother gotta put some respect on the Lord. I mean, these nations gotta put respect on the Lord's name.
Right, that's right.
Right? Dealing falsely with the Lord our God. Man, give me Isaiah 43 verse 10, man. Right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 10. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. That what? That I am he. The Lord is a damn woman in the heaven. That I am he. Before me, there was no God born. One more time, before me, there was no God born. People searching out the infinite knowledge, man. When you go to Sirach chapter 2 and verse 20, the Lord said, hey, give me that too. Hold Sirach 2 and 20. Neither shall there be after me. Our talk is ish, man, a lot, man. They said it was no God before me, and after me it's gonna be nobody. So we don't know what they say. We had a brother ask us a while ago. Well, who is the Lord's father? Who birthed the Lord? What are you talking about, brother? It's not written in there, man. Give me the book of Sirach 2 and verse 3.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 20. And it reads thus, for the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee.
Who is the Lord Father?
Seek out not the things that are too hard for thee.
Who is his mother, God?
Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee. Neither search the things that are above thy strength.
That's above our strength. Been trying to ask that because the Lord said, before me was no gods, and after me is not going to be. So that's playing upon the table. We don't got to search and ask who is his father or who is his mother, man. Keep going,
Reading on. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence.
One more time,
But what is commanded thee,
hey, wear your fringes, keep the Sabbath day. These things that's commanded of us. Not think how the Most High look, man. Right? How y'all doing today, family? How you doing that, brother? So we just out here trying to teach our people who they are according to the Bible. What's your name, brother? Nick? What's up, my Nick? What's your name, sis? Kimberly? Okay, Nick and Kimberly. All praise to the Most High. So what we out here doing, we just trying to let our people know who they are according to the Bible. Do y'all believe in the Bible? Okay. What would y'all show y'all nationality is? Where y'all race is in the Bible? All races. Okay, you black. What is it? So y'all think when we go into the Bible, I can find in my fellow worshiper the black man or the Mexican woman? Y'all think that's in the Bible? Mexican being Mexican? See that? So, no, but that's what we do. We just come out and make our people think. Because when you go into the Bible, you cannot find the so-called. Now you can see black in there, but it's not saying black as a nation of people. Mexican, it's not going to be in the Bible, bro. That's a newer word. That's a byword. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37.
this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
This is what the Lord said will happen to us, right?
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. A proverb, and a a byword.
A byword is just something outside of our God-given nationality.
Right.
Now we the black man, black woman, the Mexican woman. I mean, how many times have our so-called nationality changed? You know, in the 80s that we were so-called called African Americans. Well, hold on, that means our fathers and our mothers would be older than our so-called nationality. If we would say we're so-called African American, right? Remember, that's called colored, Negro, and all these other bywords that God did never named. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to show y'all who we are according to the Bible. Are y'all familiar with the Bible though? I know you say y'all believe in it. Okay, we understand it. Okay, so we're gonna get right to the nitty-gritty, family. So this Bible is speaking about the Israelites. They downfall, right? They uprisings, what they did to not believe, to disappoint God, what they did to be a light of God. So when you read this Bible, it's for the Israelites by the Israelites. So we're gonna let y'all know right now, family, y'all the Israelites. We're gonna try to show y'all how y'all would be. We can say all we want and just close the Bible and say, okay, this is how y'all know, but we're gonna go through the Bible verses to help identify who we are. So let me get the book of Deuteronomy, right? Let's get Deuteronomy 1 and 1 first. Right? So we got, y'all heard of Moses before, right? What was Moses known for, family? What was he known for doing? He did something to the sea. Right, okay. What you say, sis? You said what? That's Noah, brother. That's Noah. See that? That's good, bro. Yeah, that's good. You know, so all right. But what would you say, sis? Who was Moses? Okay, it's cool. So Moses, he was the man chosen of God, right, to lead the people of Israel out of that captivity. In the book of Exodus chapter 3, verse number 10, right? Classics.
It's the book of Exodus.
Chapter 3 and verse 10, whoever got it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 10.
Oh.
And Moses said unto
One more time.
And Moses said unto the Lord, Exodus 3 and 10. Come. Verse 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh.
I seen the oppression that the Pharaoh has done to my people, the Israelites. Now he finished up.
That thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel.
The children of Israel, get them out of that bondage that they was in under the hands of Pharaoh.
Out of Egypt.
Out of Egypt.
And
so Moses was that savior to come and save them. He was the Superman in the sense. Don't the Superman always come and save the person who need help? That's how Moses was. Moses was the one to come and save the people who need help through the hands of the Most High God and his son Yahweh. But nevertheless, now we're going to fast forward. Let's get Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Moses with the Red Sea already. He done brought his people over the water. And now he's finna say this.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To all who?
Unto all Israel.
Where?
On this side Jordan.
So he said on this side Jordan because they had already crossed that Red Sea. Now they're over into Jordan, right? Now give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 15. So now these are the words that he's going to speak to Moses. Moses is going to speak to the Israelites. He's going to tell the Israelites two things: a blessing and a curse. God told him to tell them, hey, if y'all going to be blessed above everybody if y'all keep my commandments. But if y'all don't, it's going to be a consequence behind it. Just like what our parents would tell us, right? In any kind of situation, right? Hey, you don't get so-called A's on that report card. I don't know how old you are. Hey, you could get a consequence. Maybe you may not get allowance. You may be on punishment. Nevertheless, it's going to be a consequence behind it. But if you get A's, you may get the new Jordans. You may get a car, anything. So that's what the Lord is telling through the mouth of Moses is telling the Israelites. Now bring this out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Now, this is the bad thing that was going to happen if they didn't.
But it shall come to pass,
Right.
if thou wilt not hearken.
Thou will what?
If thou wilt not hearken.
Right, so family, y'all know what hearken means? It just means to listen or hear. So he said, if it shall come to pass that thou will not listen or hear the words of the Lord, right?
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
Moses said, if y'all don't listen to keep God's laws and his commandments, then curses are going to be placed upon y'all. What is a curse, family? A bad thing. Would you agree, sis? So we know curses is a bad thing. So God said, now when you read verse 1, he said you're going to be blessed above everybody if y'all did keep the commandments. But verse 15 said, if you don't, y'all going to have these bad things. So we're going to read just some of these bad things. And we're going to help, because it's going to be identifying markers for us to know who the Israelites are. Now give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
Right.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
When you go to verse 45, it's referring to the curses that were bad things. They're going to be upon the Israelites for a sign.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So just like how we know these signs is a sign to go into wherever the hell they're going, God said these curses are going to be those same identifying markers to let us know who we are. And he said upon thy seed forever. So let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number, start at 16.
Verse 16.
Right.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So one of the first curses was you're going to be cursed in the city. So remember, we already know that that's living in bad condition. So what condition do you say our people live in every so-called lower state or ghetto in the city? We're not living good over there, are we? No, we living bad. Goddamn violence, robbery, all those different things. Right? Is that so-called happening in water? Is that happening in Berkeley as a whole? No. So we know that those are curses that's happening to our people. When you say the so-called white man is living like that too over there in Antioch, no, man, I don't see the so-called white man living in a lower state in Antioch as a whole. Now we're speaking whole as a nation. We don't see that happen. We know that happens to our people. Now he said also in the field, literally slave field, cotton, tobacco. Hey, even today, strawberries, like we know a lot of the so-called Mexicans, right? When we say so-called, because that's not where they are, but I literally used to drive trucks, and I used to go to a lot of these fields, and it was the Mexicans the ones picking the fruit. Still to this day. So we still in this captivity as we know it. But nevertheless, God said that those going to be curses placed by his people. But we trying to make it make sense, family. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and give me verse number, start at verse number 42.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 42.
Right. Yep.
All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locusts consume.
Give me 43.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now, this is another verse. He said the stranger that is within us going to get up very high, meaning other nations. Now they're going to be up higher than we are. Because when you know anything about history, we was always above these other nations. But now, as a curse, God said the other nations were going to get up high above us. What else? What else he said?
And thou shalt come down very low.
What else?
He shall lend to thee.
Hold on, he go what?
He shall lend to thee.
So now another curse is God said that they gonna lend to us. So when you want, like we say, you want a car loan, a house loan, or you need a personal loan, who are you going to? Can you go to your brother for $25,000? No, man. So what nation are we gonna go to for these different things? Right? Who owns them? What nation do people own? White people. So yeah, slave money. For real though. When we want to tie that into them, those picking the cotton and the fruit. Hey, but God's it's slave money. But he said he's gonna lend to us. And what else?
He shall be the head.
Hold on, one more time.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
God said he's gonna be the head, we're gonna be the tail. So that's why we in the lower state that we in. God said he reversed that from us being in our high state, and now we in the lower state. Now we're the ones going to them. Okay? Right? Now we getting taxed on it. We get interest, 35% interest on $5. Still we gotta bring it back to him. We giving them $40. Man. So God said that these things are even important. Let's get one more. We know y'all gotta go. Let's get Deuteronomy 28:68, right? We just trying to find out who we are. Know it's cold. We know y'all gotta go. We're gonna make it plain.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 68.
Right?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, so when we go into Egypt, remember, Moses had to go and free the Israelites out of Egypt from that bondage. So when we go into that, it's just going into slavery or bondage. So God said he was going to bring us into that same mode of transportation, but we're going to see how.
Read it on.
Right?
With ships.
What?
With ships.
God said he's going to bring us into bondage or slavery by the way of ships. Who went on slavery on slave ships, man? Was it a white man? So white people went on slavery on slave ships? You ever know, how old y'all, if you don't mind me asking? 19? How old you, sis? 19? Okay, so when you go into the history of that, it was our people, man. They make movies about it, Good Uncle Tom, what's some of these so-called, but the so-called Northern Kingdomites went in there about 1492. When you get technical, Christopher Columbus, all of you familiar with that history? Christopher Columbus and the Spaniards? Yeah, that's right. They went in slavery before us, if you want to get technical. But God said, due to our disobedience, he was going to put us into that situation. But now, so if the thing that got us into that situation was not keeping God's commandments, how do you think we turn that around, man? How do we turn it around from not keeping his commandments and being cursed? What's the positive of it? I mean, the opposite of that. To be blessed. If the thing that got us into that situation was not keeping God's commandments, what do you think is going to bring us back into that? Yeah, keeping the commandments, brother. Right. We got to keep God's commandments. So I know y'all got to go, but we the Israelites family, look more into it. You know y'all young, you know, y'all flyer, right? We be the Israelites. God said we don't supposed to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, right? Pork. Today is the Sabbath day, and we got to keep the Sabbath day holy, man. That's right. What else we going to do on this day? You got brothers literally just coming out here to come and show our people who they are. That's right. Y'all got families. We could be at home just chilling with our feet up, but we coming out here out of the love of our people and show them who they are, man. So, look more into it. Y'all be the Israelites. Y'all got to repent and keep God's commandments, man. All right? All praise. Y'all be safe out here, man. All praise. We're going to see y'all on the flyer, man. All praise. What's up? What's up, brother? I know you was up.